that didn't help. They went to the dermatologist who wanted to prescribe Accutane. Avery's parents read about Accutane causing suicidal depression and birth defects. They told Avery, absolutely not. A major battle ensued. That's also when her weight became a problem, at least in Avery's unforgiving eyes. At 5'3", she went from 97 pounds to 124 pounds between her 13th and 14th birthdays. She was no longer the cute, slender girl with perfect skin. Who was she? She no longer knew. She struggled with clinical depression. So, her parents brought her to see me. I prescribed Lexapro, which helped, but caused even more weight gain. So I switched her to Adderall. Adderall seemed to be a godsend at first. It not only improved her mood, but also helped her to get her weight back down to 107 pounds in about 8 weeks. But Adderall sometimes made her heart pound so hard she felt as though it would jump right out of her chest. Nevertheless, she pushed for a higher dose. When I refused, she claimed to have lost her pills and needed more. Avery defined her value in terms of her appearance. She was worth something only if she were cute, and cute meant slender with clear skin. Once she no longer fit that ideal, she no longer knew who she was. Dig into yourself. Find out how deep is the place from which your life springs, wrote the German poet Rainer Maria Rilke. If your daughter can develop a sense of self that is deeply rooted, then she has improved the odds of growing up to be a resilient and self-confident woman. Age is no guarantee of a secure self-concept. Conversely, some young kids are remarkably mature. I've met a few 11 and 12-year-old girls who have achieved a secure sense of self and retained it through adolescence and into young adulthood. I know many adult women who have never achieved this. A sense of self is about who you are. It's not about how you look or what kinds of grades you get or who you're friends with. Emily defined herself as the smart kid. Melissa was Jessica's BFF. Avery was the cute one. Take that away, and each girl's sense of self collapsed. My friend and colleague, pediatrician Meg Meeker, writes in her new book, Raising a Strong Daughter in a Toxic Culture, you don't want to trap your daughter into assuming that her inherent value relies on her performing well at a skill or a competition. Kids hate feeling that their parents only give them attention when they succeed at school or extracurricular activities. We don't want girls to sense that their parents don't really know them for who they are, only for what they do, and if they fail in a game, in a performance, or in a test, then they fail completely. The human experience is about more than performance, about more than the accomplishments of the mind and the feats of the body. Each one of us also has a spirit, or a soul, if you like, that must be acknowledged, nurtured, and cherished. We will talk more about nurturing the spirit in Chapter 7. I began writing prescriptions for children during my pediatrics rotation at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, CHOP. After earning my MD at the University of Pennsylvania, I completed a 3-year residency in family practice at Lancaster General Hospital in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Next, I spent 18 years practicing family medicine in a suburb of Washington, D.C. For 18 years, I had the privilege of being a part of the lives of more than 1,000 kids, seeing some of them from infancy right into middle school and high school. Others I followed from age 10 or 12 into adulthood. I have since moved to Chester County, Pennsylvania, about 45 minutes west of Philadelphia, where I continue to see patients of all ages. More than 35 years have passed since my first pediatrics rotation at CHOP. I've seen some big changes over my 3 decades as a family doctor. 30 years ago, even 20 years ago, it was rare to see a girl who was anxious and depressed at 13 years of age. Today, it's common. Some of the girls I have come to know have